Out here at the chicken coop. Got the chicken rustler there. But I had saw one of the chickens got up on the old chicken whatever display coop up on the lay box and went up on the roof, and then she come over here and she's up on top of the thing over here. I see her head sticking up. What are you gonna do now, huh? How you gonna get down? She comes back to me. Cheek cheek, cheek cheek. She's just gonna sit up here. Cheek cheek. Like I said, this wasn't designed to keep them necessarily in, just contain them to this yard. They could get out if they wanted to. Obviously. Cheek cheek. She's gonna get down now. It's usually where the cat goes. Oh, got two of them up there now. They're gonna go where they want. Well, I was gonna let them out in the yard. I think I'm gonna have to, because she's gonna come see what I got going over here. And she's gonna come right out of here. What? You gonna come out here with me? They want to be with me just as much as the cat does. Well, I've heard a cat on a hot tin roof, but it looks like it's going to be a chicken on a cold asphalt roof. I bet they get out. They'll follow me. Cheek cheek, cheek cheek, cheek cheek. Come on. Hey, meow. Them chickens are up on your roost. Cheek cheek. If I go up that corner, I know they'll come. So I'll hold the camera back this way. I don't know if I got them good or not, but oh yeah. Cheek cheek. Cheek cheek. You see him up on the roof, Mom? Okay. Cheek cheek. I went over that way. On the other side, checked the eggs. The chickens jumped up there to come over where I was. Here they come. There's one of them. Cheek cheek. Cheek cheek. Here comes the other one. Not very gracefully. Better get over and eat that watermelon over there. There they are. I knew it wouldn't take very long to get over here where I was at. That Novair's found the watermelon, but she's going to come over and say, what the heck has these guys got that I don't got? They really don't like the cat. I think it's a love-hate relationship. They love to hate each other. She doesn't care, and they don't want her in the pen. They'll chase her around. I had the camera the other day. Yeah, I was in here. She was in there. and she looked like she had found something. Well, the two young ones, which that one over there is one of them, and the other one must be in the chicken coop because she ain't out here. Anyway, they snuck up around her and was in stalking mode, getting ready to attack her, and she saw them. She took off and got up on the picnic table. They weren't after what she was looking for, they were after her. Hey ladies, I'm gonna go check to see if I got any eggs. I think I got one in. I didn't bother her because I think she was in there laying eggs. I'll probably go check later, leave her alone, but I was gonna let the chickens out today. I might still yet let them out in the yard, out here where there's still some green grass for them, because they pretty much, well, the garden didn't have much grass in it anyway. It had weeds, but they pretty much got it down to nothing hardly. So, first time the chickens are out of the actual fence area. They didn't get very far before they stopped and found a lot of the clover right there and a lot of green grass, and don't know what to do. Over here we got to repair the septic tank. The lid broke on it, on the old one, so we're putting a new one in, and hopefully that'll get done today. And then try to work on some of this other stuff around here. I want to put some tin up there on that where those totes are, cover up the top of that, and try to keep the chickens a little drier in the winter time. There's 7.5 feet across the top of that, and those pieces of tin are 10 foot, so should hang over enough to keep too much snow from getting in through the top. Now the bottom plan was to put just a piece of tin on the bottom, just lean it up against there. None of this is going to be screwed, it's going to be kind of leaning up there with, well, I got plenty of block back there. Way back there is a bunch of block and stuff I can lay on top of the tin to keep it from blowing around or up against it, and trash cans and stuff. Just trying to get them to where be a little winterized for them so they don't get covered in snow, but they don't get overwhelmed with heat. They can all come to me now because I'm over here talking. So that's the chickens their first time out. Let's see how they like it. Well, the old tank is out, almost. He's getting the rest of the concrete out. Busted it up to get it out of there. Good thing this isn't smell-o-vision, because that doesn't smell good. So, get that hole cleaned up in size for the other tank that's going in. The other tank's much bigger than this one. Found out that this was actually a burial crypt, not really a septic tank. So it was only 300 gallons. The one we're putting in is 1,000 gallons, so it should last Mom a little longer, or she has to have it pumped out. So there's that. I'll get back to you in a little bit. So this is what the inside of that tank looks like. Got access there and access back there. Here's what kind of tank it is. I don't know how well you can see it, but there, maybe if I do this, you can see all of it. I may have to turn it. It says 1,000 gallons, another number on the side there. Yeah, I don't know how well I got sunshine in my view. That's the outlet. So there's more information about the tank right there. He's still got a lot of, not a lot, but more excavating to do. But he'll get this all cleaned up. And the tank goes in there. Just measured the tank. It's 11 feet long. It's 5 feet wide. And the center of it will be right there where Bill's are working there at the pipe. That clean out there. Okay, so we got it leveled out down there at the bottom. There's the from the house pipe. There's the distribution. Goes to the distribution. I think he's going to have to take a little bit more off that corner right there when he gets back. He's getting a saw because he's got to cut off that union or coupling right there. Looks like it was just something that's screwed on the end of that pipe and end of the thing, but he's going to cut that off because don't need it. And then he has to cut that to the length. That's the outlet that goes to the distribution box. Once he gets that all done, then he can set the tank in there. We're going to take the concrete from the old tank, put in around it. He's got ties to put around that tank so that it won't float up. Anchors. Fill it up with dirt. Any leftover dirt goes over into the holler over there. Top of everything else. So I might put it in over there where I got the tractor sitting right now too. I might do something like that. But right now, probably just gonna put it in the holler. That's where we're at right now. So we just lifted the tank and set it down in the hole. Of course, we still got to get it lined up with the inlet and the outlet over there, but she's down in the hole right now. Bill did a pretty good job of getting everything leveled out because that inlet is really close to going right in that hole. Of course, he's got to put there's a turn down, they're all back at the other end. There's a 90 coupling that goes on that, so same way with the other side. That's a 4-inch pipe with a 4-inch coupling. The other one's a 4-inch, but it's a 3-inch going into the distribution box. So we have to get a coupling to go on that and a reducer to go from 3 to 4 or 4 to 3, however you want to look at it. So we can get a 4-inch coming out of the tank. I'm really liking how this excavator, little mini excavator, is working. Gotta get me one. Chickens have found the hummingbird bush, and they are cleaning it out pretty good to where I won't have to clean it out. There's a bunch of stuff in there I didn't even know was in there. They got up underneath there and cleaned all them leaves out. There's a fence post and it's like a bird feeder in there. Just kind of fell down. There's a bow door in here. More fence post stuff. Some of those stepping stone thingies. Another oar with the reflectors on it. There's a post or a beam across there. We used to have a fence all the way around this driveway a long time ago. But a lot of this here needs to be trimmed up. And like I said, the chickens are helping me with getting the underneath cleaned out. I think they're really liking being out of the coop, getting to see fresh stuff. Of course, I will get those paver things out of there. Move them over with all the other paver stuff. Try to clean some of that up next week or two. Just about ready. Starting to feel a little better. Last week was pretty bad for me and my lungs. There's another bird feeder down there on the ground. Anyway, I'll get this trimmed back. This thing was really bushy this year anyway. It needs some trimming. Obviously it's getting some ground tended to right now by the chickens. And there's the supervisor over there. She's minding the chickens and making sure they don't get in trouble. Of course, she just heard me talk about her, so she's going to come over here. Surprised the chickens ain't starting to attack her. She's getting close. I think right now they're finding bugs and other things in them leaves, and they really don't care. Who's over here? I came over here because one of them was carrying on like it was hurt. I think it was just saying, hey, we hit the jackpot. So, well, I'm going to go back over and help Bill. We're still finishing up the septic tank replacement. And just saw that I got some more work to do here. I got to trim up that one too, so there's just that hummingbird tree thing that's on both sides. There's some other trees trying to grow in there and stuff. I'll clean that all up on that one. And the one over there, it's already got a tree that's 20 feet tall in it that needs to come down. That whole thing needs to come down because the actual, well, I don't know, the hummingbird thing probably grow back. It's still got one branch. You can kind of see it in the back one. It's kind of weaved inside that lattice and grown over a little bit. But I need to cut that tree out of the middle of it. The rest of these trees are not too bad. Gotta get there's 3 grape harbors that I need to get fixed up. And that'll be the outside. This is round 2 of putting the tank in. We had to make some couplings and joinery for the current to the new. We're going from cast iron pipe to PVC. And then the PVC is 4-inch on the outlet to 3-inch outlet, so helping, but there's really not much I can do. I'll turn the video off, see if I can help. Okay, we got the inlet side all hooked up and the cap on. He's going to be putting a strap on it, and then he's going to put the outlet together. Okay, started to dig around the foundation up there so I can see what I need to do to support it. So I've got that side all the way done, and I also found the septic system line. Let's see, oh yeah, I'm there. Okay, sorry about that, folks. There you go. So you can see the PVC pipe down there that I kind of destroyed, but that is a very small line that goes to the septic tank that's right there in front of me, that little divot in the ground. I don't know if you can see it, it's right there. It's a little divot on the side, right beside the bucket on the ground. Got about 1/3 of this side done. Ran into a problem trying to figure out how to dig around that. The other sides are going to be a little easier to do. Not easy, but easier. That side that I did was just full of roots. So it took a while to dig that out. I knew that drain pipe was there, I just didn't know where. So now I know where it's at. I can dig that out a little better, and if that septic tank gets reused, because the drain field is right here and the septic tank's right there, then that's a 3-inch, not even 3-inch, maybe a 2-inch line. It needs to be a 4-inch line. But this is just going to be a pole barn to store things in, like this tractor and some other tractors and stuff. I mean, it's here, might as well use it. I just got to fix the foundation, support it, basically put a wider foundation around it, kind of support it up a little bit, and then take the top off, level it all up, put some gravel in there, and then put 6 inches of concrete on top of that, all after everything's packed down good. And then that'd be a nice stable floor for anything. It's 24 by 32. Well, it might be 34, but depends on how wide the foundations are. Supports foundations I have to put in. It looks like the foundation's pretty good down through there, so I should just have to put a 12 or 16 inch support, basically a support wall foundation in, and get everything leveled up to the same height. And then on the back, I'll put, obviously there'll be some block laid, and then some gravel put in, packed it down, and then we'll put in the 6 inches of concrete, 6 inches reinforced concrete, something that'll hold this tractor. So there's still a lot to do. There's a grape arbor right there I gotta salvage maybe, and then cut down the brush and trees and everything else that's in there. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that pine tree yet, but it might stay, but may not. Depends on whether we get the sawmilling here on the property or not. So Bill went into town. He had to go get some fittings, get those fittings on, and then we'll backfill, and that'll be ready to go. I've got stuff out of the way so Bill could turn around, but I'm getting ready to put this tractor up. Had enough for the day. I did get rid of the flagpole that was here. I'm going to push over those clothes hanger things. Don't know if I'm probably not going to save them. I was thinking about cutting them off, saving the pipe for something. I'm not sure what I use the pipe for, but you never know. Right now we needed a piece of 3-inch PVC. And a lot of that stuff got pitched into the holler because it was old and brittle. So that's where we're at. I'm rambling, so I just wanted to show you starting the repair of the foundation over here of the old farmhouse. We've been using it as a burn pit because the house burnt down. So that's what that was. It was an old farmhouse. So here we are, chicken coop. I took what was left of the hay, kind of spread it out. Might be hard to see, but it's spread out underneath the tin there, all the way along the whole length. 2 pieces of tin there. One almost covered the whole thing. It would have, board-wise, can get away with 1 tin, but I wanted 2 pieces on there to keep it from getting too bad, and it's overlapping the front, the side, and the back side, or the back side and the front side. I just hope it doesn't hurt that solar. If it does, I'll move it up to the ridge up here close to the top. Actually shine it to where it's actually in the front. The back porch light covers this whole section right here from the back corner of the house. I got some weight on there. If that ain't enough, I got a lot more weight over there on the other side of the concrete. So that takes care of the tin that I wanted to put up here. And cleaned up the top a little bit. I went ahead and emptied out where they roost at night, and put another whole bag of chips in there. So they got like 6 inches of chip in there, cedar chip. So they should be good for a while. I did put some hay inside the coop. I did find an old curtain rod. So made a shift, something where they could roost up on. I don't know, now you can see it. It's a white pole in there. They can get in there. I checked, they got plenty of food still. The birds leave it alone, because the birds found out that there's food in there. And that bucket's full of water, and that bucket's full of water. So that food and water, that'll last them for a couple days. They did find out that we have another yard over here that they can play in. They seem to like that. They went in pretty easy a while ago. Well, I had to give them food, but we'll see if they go in easy next time. Hopefully when it gets darker they figure out. They did have a little problem figuring out they can't go through the hole in the fence. They got to go through the gate over there. And I noticed the cat was just sitting there, and I'm sure that Meow was laughing inside because the chickens couldn't find a way in. So that's where we're at. Bill's got all the pieces over there. He's finishing up, and then he'll start backfilling that, and that project should be just about over. Back at the septic tank project, we got that pinned in, And we have that end all hooked up. So now it's time to start backfilling. So we're throwing all the extra pieces that we have and all the concrete and stuff beside it. And then we'll put, not touching it of course, but there we go. Just for future reference, if somebody's probing around trying to find a septic tank, they're going to hit this concrete right here in the corner. That's the old septic tank that we're burying in there. The new one is actually the heavy-duty plastic. New septic tank. Old is in the corner. He's moving it, what's left of it. Well, it really wasn't a septic tank, but here's what's left of it. Going in the hole. It gets it all over here. We'll start putting dirt on everything. Just filming this so in the future we'll know what that concrete there is in the corner. Do the same thing to that one over there, the other system. Put a tank like that in it. That's doing a lot better than what I was doing with the backhoe a while ago. Concrete's just being really stubborn. There's more than one way to get concrete in a hole. We got the chickens back over here to check us all out. Yeah, I gotta get out the way so I don't get buried. back up against the wall here. Run a hole. There are straps on each corner of this that we use. It's got a system that drives a wedge in the ground, and then there's stainless steel cable hooked to that, and then you hook another stainless steel cable to that, and then you pound it down in the ground more. The tank will not float out. Tell you what, this little mini excavator he's using, something else. It is 11 feet long, and you can see that it starts about the edge of the condenser coil there, so anybody wants to know where that is. Center is dead with that clean out. That's right. There's the clean out. The edge of the condenser, edge of the tank is about even. I know I'm not lined up, but looking at it, it's close to being even there. Maybe about 6-8 inches of tank difference. So if you went out 12 feet, you'd find the edge of the tank. As you ain't gonna see here in a minute. You have all 5 chickens over here watching this. Of course, I'm thinking they want to come over and play in the dirt that we're playing with too. end of the septic repair. Just smoothing out the mound there that will eventually settle down. White pipe is, there's still some parts need to come. They're on back order. That was the riser that goes on the for the clean out, for the major clean out, for the pump out, I should say. But we left that pipe there only so we know where the edge of the round cover that we saw earlier is located. So it's easier to dig it up later. It doesn't go anything. It's just sitting in the dirt on top of the tank as a marker. We had it, so it made a good marker because it was what we had laying around that we weren't going to be using. So, it's going to take it a while to pack that down. He'll pack it down with that, but it's going to take a while for it to all settle down in there. A couple good rains. I'll in the spring probably come out here with the box grader, tractor, and bucket or something, and see if I can't smooth that all out. I don't have to make it even. I can actually smooth it out a little bit right here because it sits in a hole. From here, you can kind of see it's a hole, and then it drops off the hill, so I can kind of level it all out, so there'll be a hump there when we're done. That'll be in the spring. But now she's got a septic tank that isn't broke and work. Well, it's actually a septic tank, and it's 1,000 gallons instead of 300 gallons burial crypt, and it'll last about 2 years, maybe 3, before she has to clean it out. And that's Bill's statement. She could go at least 2 years, probably 3. At $250 a clean out, that's $1,500. That's $2,700 to have all this done. So we'll save that in the first 2 clean outs. So I've already saved that much money. And it's not that we're doing this to save money. We did this because the other tank, the lid, broke and caved in. We had the pump truck come out and open it up and said, "Hey, your lid's broke." And we got a hold of Bill. He just lives right up the road. Does this kind of work for a living. Just tanks. He doesn't do septic fields, but tank repairs. He came down, looked at it, said, "Yep, lid's broke," and then he said it was what kind of makeshift septic tank that was put in the 1950 or whatever year it was that the tank was put in, and so we put in a actual septic tank. I'd go with the plastic version, which is a little bit more expensive because the concrete ones, they can't keep up with the demand like everybody else. Not enough people working to keep up with the demand, so a lot of houses going in. I think we successfully have buried a tank. So that's it for right now. I'll be back later. That is definitely an eagle.
Hey, Mom, look at this eagle. Can she hear it?
Yeah. It's going to come land right
Mom,
over.
Look at this eagle.
Can't miss it now. Hey, there's deep. It's right up there in the walnut tree.
See?
Right up there. It's an eagle.
Yes, I see him.
He was flying around out here and then he landed right there.
There's an eagle in the walnut tree. Ray's getting pictures.
There he goes.
There, oh, he's big too. Yeah. You just let the lawyer take care of it and don't worry about it. 'Cause they
Okay.
can send you all they want, but
They don't like them hawks.
All I know is you better not be looking at my chickens.
I don't know what it's doing. Something here it likes. Ain't he pretty?
The chickens probably already ran for cover. They saw a hawk the other day and they took off.
Chickens are probably already in the house.
Yeah, they run for cover when they seen that hawk the other day.
Wow.
There must be something over in that field over there.
There's something he likes. I don't know what it is.
alright, well, just try to cool off and let her talk to the lawyer and all this.
Huh.
Alright, bye-bye.
Wow.
In the mail. Payment schedule.
Beautiful.
I know they're out. They got them over at Patton Park.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. Cataract's got a bite. He's going after something.
He got something.
He got something. Oh, there he goes with it.
I seen him pick it up off the road. Where'd he go?
Back over there, see?
Yep, I see him. He's going. He's
He's up in
gone.
that tree up there. No, he's
No,
in
he's-
that tree.
No, he kept flying.
Oh, he's laying in that tree.
He kept going. I saw him scoop something up off the road.